Hello everyone, this is Dr. P. Mary Anupama, Head of the Department of Biochemistry, St. Joseph's College for Women, here with the topic Neurotransmitters and their functions. Through this lecture, we'll be studying all the 6 types of neurotransmitters, the basic introduction to it and what are they. What are neurotransmitters? So neurotransmitters, these are chemical messengers that transmit signals across the synapses. Like these are the junctions between neurons, between two neurons, or between neuron and a muscle or a gland. So these play a very important role in communication within our system, and they regulate various body functions. So based upon their action, the neurotransmitters, they may be having various roles like excitatory, that is they stimulate, or inhibitory, that is they reduce the activity, or modulate, that is according to the situation they modify the response. So these are mainly classified according to their chemical nature and are grouped into different categories. Here we have the 6 basic classes of neurotransmitters. First is acetylcholine, biogenic amines, amino acid neurotransmitters, neuropeptides, purines, and gaseous neurotransmitters. Acetylcholine neurotransmitters. Acetylcholine, it is a cholinergic neurotransmitter and was the first neurotransmitter to be discovered. It plays very essential role in muscle contraction, in learning, memory, and autonomic nervous system functions. Acetylcholine, it is primarily found in the neuromuscular junctions, where the motor neuron, it communicates with the skeletal muscles, and also in the parasympathetic nervous system, where it regulates the involuntary activities such as slowing the heart rate and stimulating digestion. So here example of this include, as it is present at the neuromuscular junction, this acetylcholine, it binds to nicotinic receptors, leading to muscle contraction and movement. Clinical relevance of acetylcholine, it is highly significant when very important. If its levels are decreased in brain, it is associated with Alzheimer's disease, which affects memory and cognition. Certain toxins like curare, it blocks acetylcholine receptor. So here curare, it's a plant derived toxin. As it blocks the acetylcholine receptor, it can result in paralysis. Additionally, inhibition of acetylcholine breakdown by nerve gas or some pesticides, it leads to excess acetylcholine accumulation at the synaptic cleft. This can lead to muscle spasm and potentially death of the individual. The second category of neurotransmitters are the biogenic neurotransmitters. These biogenic neurotransmitters, these are derived from amino acids and are involved in regulating mood, behavior, and physiological responses. These are subdivided into 3 categories. We have catecholamines, indolamine, and histamine, each having specific function in the nervous system. Catecholamines, these include dopamines, norepinephrine, and epinephrine. Dopamines, these control movement, reward, motivation, and emotions. And these are found in areas such as the substantia nigra and basal ganglia. Its deficiency can lead to Parkinson's disease, while if it is in excess, it is linked to schizophrenia. Drugs like cocaine, amphetamine, these increase dopamine levels. Norepinephrine, it plays a role in arousal, alertness, and stress responses. It is mostly associated with sympathetic nervous system as well as the brainstem. If its levels are increased, it will lead to anxiety, while low levels can lead to depression. Then epinephrine or adrenaline. It primarily acts as a hormone, we know that, and it is produced by the adrenal medulla. But it also functions as a neurotransmitter, especially the sympathetic one where it is about the fight or flight response. Indolemines. The primary indolemine is the serotonin, which is derived from tryptophan. It regulates mood, sleep, appetite, pain, as well as memory. Low levels of serotonin are associated with depression, anxiety, migraine, and insomnia. And antidepressant drugs, if they consume, it increases the serotonin levels at the synapses. Histamines. Histamines, these function as neurotransmitters and are involved in wakefulness, in the appetite control, in learning as well as memory. These also play a major role in allergic responses in peripheral tissues. Amino acid neurotransmitters. The amino acid neurotransmitters, these are mostly abundant in the central nervous system and are essential for maintaining the balance between excitation and inhibition. First is glutamate. Glutamate, it is the major excitatory neurotransmitter in the brain and it's important for learning and memory. Although excessive levels, it can lead to excitotoxicity and even neuronal damage. Next is GABA, gamma aminobutyric acid. It is the main inhibitory neurotransmitter and it helps reduce neuronal excitation. That is, it has the calming effect. Its deficiency can lead to anxiety and seizures. Drugs like benzodiazepines, these enhance the GABA effect. Next is glycine. Glycine is the major inhibitory neurotransmitter in the spinal cord and is involved in motor control. While its inhibition, it can cause convulsions. Say for example, strychnine, which is a toxic alkaloid of plant origin, when it is given, it leads to convulsions. Next is aspartate. Aspartate, it is considered as an excitatory neurotransmitter, but it is less common as compared to glutamate. Glutamate is the major excitatory neurotransmitter. Fourth category are the neuropeptides. Neuropeptides, these are short chain amino acids that act as neuromodulators or co-transmitters. They influence the activity of other neurotransmitters rather than direct signal transmission. So these include the first one, endorphins and enkephalins. These function as natural painkillers by binding to the opioid receptors and are involved in pain relief, or we call it as the pain suppression, the pleasure and euphoria. Next is substance P. Substance P, it mediates pain signals from the peripheral nervous system to the central nervous system. Neuropeptide Y. This NPY, it regulates the feeding behavior. So it is involved in our eating behavior, the energy balance and the stress response. Next, oxytocin and vasopressin. Vasopressin also called as antidiuretic hormone. It is produced by hypothalamus and it plays very important role in social bonding, the water balance in our body and blood pressure regulation. Purines. Purines such as ATP and adenosine, these also act as neurotransmitters. ATP, it functions as a co-neurotransmitter along with other neurotransmitters like the acetylcholine or norepinephrine. Adenosine, generally it acts like an inhibitory, like it has the inhibitory effect, and it promotes sleep. It causes dilation of blood vessels. Substances such as caffeine, these block the adenosine receptors, and that's why consumption of caffeine leads to increased alertness. Sixth type of neurotransmitters are the gaseous neurotransmitters. These are unique because they are not stored in vessels but are synthesized on demand. So these are unconventional neurotransmitters. The first one is nitric oxide. The nitric oxide, it is playing an important role in learning and memory, that is long-term potentiation, that is caused by NO. It causes vasodilation and this is important in erection. Next, carbon monoxide. Carbon monoxide, it acts as a neuromodulator in the brain, although its functions, they are less clearly understood. Next is hydrogen sulfide. Hydrogen sulfide, it is involved in neuromodulation and it provides neuroprotective effects. Now let us summarize. Acetylcholine, it is involved in muscle contraction, memory and autonomic control. Biogenic amines, they are involved in mood, movement, stress and arousal. Amino acids, neurotransmitters, these are involved in excitatory and inhibitory balances in the central nervous system. The neuropeptides, these are involved in pain, stress, hunger and social bonding. Purines, these act as co-transmitters. They are involved in sleep behavior and arousal. While the gaseous neurotransmitters, these are involved in vasodilation, memory as well as modulation. So we have studied the 6 classes of neurotransmitters: acetylcholine, biogenic, amino acid, neuropeptides, purines and gas neurotransmitters. Recommended books for further study include Guyton and Hall Textbook of Medical Physiology, Essentials of Medical Physiology by K. Sembulingam and Prema Sembulingam, or Human Anatomy and Physiology by Elaine and Mereb et al. Or you can study Review of Medical Physiology by Barrett, Susan, or this is the other one, Textbook of Medical Biochemistry and Physiology by M.N. Chatterjee and Rana Shinde. Thank you.